Hey guys, it's Ray here at allofourhomes.com. Today we want to share with you our herb garden and 3 ways to use herbs from your garden at home. This video is part of our spring greening series, a little bit of spring greening with your spring cleaning. Now for our herb garden this year, we did not start with seedlings, but if you wanted to go that route, check out our video from our neighbor with 5 tips on how to start your spring garden. We went the easier route this year and went to a nursery in our area called Denchfield, and it is such a lovely place to visit. They have a koi fish pond and some other fun creatures roaming around that you'll see. And we just enjoyed this kind of cloudy spring day and all the beautiful flora around us. We had such a nice time collecting our herbs and checking out all the flowers and looking at Rocky the rooster and the koi fish. When we went inside, I noticed these rain barrels, and we are looking into installing one by our front porch where the downspouts come down and we don't actually have a hose bib, so we are looking into the rebates in our area, so make sure to check out our video about rain barrels if you're considering one. There are a lot of tips that will help you decide whether or not it makes sense for your home and what rebates might be available for you. So the herbs that we picked up were cilantro, some oregano, rosemary. We actually also picked up these radishes, but I think they're past their prime. And then we got some dill, of course, for all of our Swedish cooking, some flat leaf parsley, chives, a flower, and this basil. These are some pots that we picked up from IKEA. We needed a few extra, so we'll just use these along with the ones that we already have. And then I went ahead and mixed up our garden soil, some old and some new, and then started planting each herb in its own separate pot. Now, there are a number of ways that you can use herbs once you are growing them in your garden. And one of our favorite ways is for food. We do a lot of Swedish cooking in our house, and so we use a lot of dill. Here I'm just sprinkling some fresh dill over hard-boiled eggs as part of our simple Swedish breakfasts. And this is Gravlax, so if you celebrate midsummer the Swedish way, and which is basically a celebration of the summer solstice, then you'll want to make Gravlax, and we have a great recipe on how to do that with dill. We also use herbs like parsley and chives to make a Swedish pyttipanna, which is like a Swedish hash using leftover sausage or potatoes and other kinds of root vegetables with eggs on top. Another way to use herbs from your garden is for gifts. A potted plant is a classic housewarming gift, and you could always combine a dill plant with a Swedish cookbook. You can also dry your herbs and make different herb seasoning mixtures with oregano, like Italian seasoning, or if you have something like lavender that you're growing, you could make sachets with that and give that as a gift, or just use herbs like a sprig of rosemary in your gift wrap. The third way to use herbs from your herb garden is to keep bugs away. Now, we have an entire video on natural ways to keep bugs at bay, like combining herbs with the use of a fan will help keep them off of your porch. I will link to that video for you all in the description box below. And basil is a great herb for that. You could also use mint and lavender, rosemary, and that's why I have rosemary planted here on our front porch. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for stopping by our home.